break, unfortunately, but we are back for a big time matchup reflecting primetime games for the remainder of the season. We got the Bengals coming to town to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Biggest game of the season for both these teams. Whole lot at stake. The Bengals on the cusp of an AFC playoff spot, and the Ravens looking to secure the AFC North with a couple more victories. Both these teams losing last week in surprising fashion. Bengals upset at home to the Texans, who now take the 7th seed from them. And the Browns taking down the Baltimore Ravens, despite that being the opposite of what the simulation showed. Which just goes to show it is any given day in the National Football League. Nonetheless, this should be a lot of fun tonight. I'm expecting a pretty good AFC North kind of game, which means low scoring, gritty, and all around competitive. So, it should be a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are ready for this and the actual game in a couple of hours. And we are about ready to go. A lot of talk about these last couple of weeks. And I'm excited to talk about it with you guys, because it has been interesting. Let's get eggs off John's other diehard Fins fan. Hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, let's get into it. Evan McPherson will kick us off. Ravens looking to get out to another hot start like they always do. What's up, Brendan Marks? And NFL edits as well. McPherson off for the kickoff. We're underway. Baltimore will start from their 25-yard line. Here comes Lamar Jackson. A rough week last week against Cleveland. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, all around a lackluster second half. Not what they pay him the big bucks to do, as they hand off up the middle to Gus Edwards for a gain of 7 on the opening carry. What's good, Chili? So, Chad, a lot's gone down these last couple of weeks, more specifically since this past Sunday. The Bills have decided to be a mediocre NFL team. Trying to think what else has happened. San Francisco bounced back quickly. Jacksonville might be frauds as Gus Edwards gets the toss to the right sideline and picks up an easy first down. Fantasy's been going well. Admittedly, I am dominating our fantasy league. I think I'm 9-1 right now. Curious to see how many regulars we get today. Oh, yeah, honestly. I mean, it's been a while, so it's understandable. If you guys can't hear it in my voice, I'm a little bit sicker now, unfortunately, but it is that time of the year, so no complaints from me. As Lamar, with his first pass of the day, a minute into the first quarter. Never mind, he's going to take off and run. Didn't do this too much against the Browns, and he gets hit down hard after getting a 23 into Bengal territory. 7-3. I'm 9-1 in that league, 8-2 in my other, 7-3 in my other, and then 2-8 in the final league. But this is a really good week for me. Browns pulled off a miraculous upset over the Ravens, and I went 4-0 in all my fantasy leagues, so that was the W. I'm also a fan of the Bills' downfall. I don't mind it. 2 receivers to either side here on 1st and 10. Read option for Lamar Jackson. No Bengals follow Lamar with a whole lot of open space to run. He'll take it inside the red zone. Back-to-back gains of 23. Browns defense did a good job of shutting him down last week. Bengals going to have their hands full. Not going to lie. Becoming fairly mid in all 3 of my leagues, that's not a bad thing. If you can make the playoffs in all those leagues, satisfactory at least. Jackson here from the 18. Takes another read option, left side with blocking. Gets down to the 10. Tackles made by Jermaine Pratt. Call it the 11. 2023 Bills to the 2018 Cowboys. That's a decent comparison. I like that. Not even sure they're that good. The Bills aren't even that worthy. This team is just sad, honestly. Because a couple flags or a couple catches here or there, they could be like 3-7 right now. As Lamar goes to the backcourt of the end zone. Mark Andrews can't get his feet down. That's the first pass of this drive, by the way. Ravens offense can kill you in many ways. Sometimes they only use one. Brock Purdy, a superstar. I mean, he did play really good this past week. I'll be honest. Want to fast forward to next season? I understand your pain. It's rough, but embrace the tank as Lamar takes his 4th read option, and he's going to gain about half a yard there. 4th and 2 coming up. See where Harbaugh stands on this one. Almost started another 3-touchdown game for Andrews again. Oh, nearly. Almost happened. Ravens are going to play conservative tonight, which is the main objective in an AFC North game. You want to take your points when you can have it. Tucker's kick's up and good from 27. Chat, hear me out. I think Justin Tucker's starting to become washed. He is now 1 for 5 on kicks from 50+. That is not normal. Stroud is amazing. And in my opinion, he is an MVP frontrunner. And I'm pretty sure I said before the season started he would be the best quarterback out of this draft. It's incredible. It is great. But I love it, though. I mean, honestly, how can you not like a guy who's thrown 17 touchdowns and only 2 picks? Or something like that. I'm not sure what his exact stat line looks like. Bengals now with the football. Their opening drive starts from the 19. Joe Burrow, after an ugly performance of his own, I guess. I mean, against Jay Stroud, he was terrible comparing the two, but wasn't the greatest. What's up with stat? Burrow here on 1st and 10. Deep shot to the left side, and he's got Tyler Boyd, who dropped an easy game-winning touchdown against Houston. He will try to exercise his demons in the bird's nest. Finally good now that Watson's going. That's tough. Yeah, I mean, truly, I had a very great celebratory, I guess, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then right back to pain and suffering, as I know it as a Browns fan. Burrow here off the play action. Has good blocking down the middle. Wide open Jamar Chase. He dropped it. Uncharacteristic drop from Jamar Chase. No T. Higgins tonight for Cincinnati. Keep that in mind. So they are down one of their biggest targets on offense. Comparison was to Dak Prescott. I'm going to give Dak some credit here. He's playing pretty good right now. He is not playing all that bad. As a handoff here to the right side is going to go to Joe Mixon. Gain of 3. Tank Dell will save me in these 2 leagues. Yeah. Who would have thought, indeed? It is pretty remarkable what they are doing in Houston. Working with a little bit. But that's sometimes having no expectations is great. Because then you just go out there and throw caution to the wind. It's beautiful. 3rd and 7. Burrow, sidearm left side. First down, Jamar Chase hangs on this time. Up to the Cincinnati 49-yard line. Let's talk about the Browns. I'd love to. This is a great point in time to talk about them. Because they have a huge game coming up this weekend. Absolutely huge. It's very important. Chase is in press coverage here. Keep an eye on him at the top of your screen as Burrow will hand off to Mixon instead across midfield. Nice little gain of 6. Said Shelby get injured and Ford would go off and Cooper plus that D would carry them. Honestly, I have been so impressed with our defense. We are starting DTR again this week, which is surprising, and I don't love the move, but he's got more preparation. We'll see what happens. But yeah, P.J. Walker not starting against Pittsburgh. Burrow again off the play action. Deep left side he goes, and again there's Tyler Boyd. His favorite deep target so far tonight is inside the Ravens' 25-yard line. Well, admittedly, Chili, I'm not going to lie. I had the same reaction initially. He had a 3-interception game against the Ravens. Looked terrible. Browns put up 3 offensive points the whole game. Wasn't great. Then again, he also got told he was starting 3 hours before kickoff. He had no reps with the first team. Now that you give him a full week of reps, that should be a little bit better. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver on that incompletion. You just played Fortnite, bro. I've been on the Fortnite grind. I'm admittedly almost unreal. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I might need some help. Switching sides of the field to begin quarter number 2. The Ravens with a 3-0 lead, rushing for Burrow left side. Finds Tyler Boyd, his 3rd catch today. Level 37 in Gold 1. I am level probably 50-something, and I'm in Champion. That is one of my hidden talents. And I'm a controller warrior. See the Bengals go to here. On 1st and goal from the 7. Burrow, bootleg right, throwing down the middle. Wide open to the 2-yard line on Burrow's 5th completion. Sons have played Fortnite like crazy. I mean, I don't know. It's enjoyable. It's for sure. I can still read it. He's showing. Going against Matt Kennedy defense should carry. I mean, that's the hope. But it's a matter of which defense is going to carry more. I just want to run the ball a ton, as the Bengals do here up the middle with Sam Hubbard. Sometimes you just bring in a bulky defender, trying to get him to score. But the fullback dive does not work here. It'll be 3rd and goal. Well, fair enough. You just know how to spend your time in better ways. I'll agree with that much. 11th play of the drive on 3rd and goal from the 1. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown. Joe Mixon. And the Bengals take the lead on their opening drive. And that is a very happy offensive lineman. Not sure how physics allow for someone to move like that, but it does work. Extra point here for McPherson. Up and good. Browns with a friendly reminder that extra points are never a given. So that's pretty cool. What's the best Fortnite season? Great question. I think Season 7 was a peak time for the game. I don't know. Season 2 was really fun, though. I think if as many people played in Season 2 as they did in Season 7, that would have been altogether all around the best season. But Chapter 2, Season 2 was also incredible during the quarantine days. Season 3, too, yeah. I like that. McPherson on for the kickoff. Ravens back on the offensive end. This time, Duvernay will return from the goal line out to the right side. He's going to find a crease and an extra 2 yards from where he would have been if he'd taken a knee. 43 October 13th. Wow. 1 week before my birthday. Lamar with a handoff to Gus Edwards. And again, a yard. All right, so let's talk college football, chat. We don't do that too often in here. But it's an interesting point of the season, and it's an interesting topic, the Jim Harbaugh sequence. Today he accepted his suspension. Despite wanting to appeal it tomorrow, he kind of canceled that appeal and just decided, you know what? I'll sit out. Edwards with a little bit of room to run, but a nice tackle is made by Cam Taylor-Britt, who has been one of the most dominant and quiet corners so far this season. I'm a Buckeye fan. I'm actually going to the game on Saturday, which is exciting. Last home game of the year, which I'm looking forward to. But I don't know. It's been interesting. It's been an up and down season for a lot of teams, as there's a lot of contact there, but Lamar's second pass incomplete. Bengals get the ball back. Why cheat? See, I'm a Buckeye basketball fan more than football. I'll be the first to admit it. But I don't know if I see... I don't know. Sign stealing in football is weird. Because at what point do you draw the line between cheating and just scouting? And I'm not really sure that there's a specific on that anywhere. As the Bengals will return this punt pretty decently up to the 42-yard line. Oh, yeah. Tons of wide receiver talent. Not a lot of QBs necessarily. I mean, you'll have your Caleb Williams and your Michael Penix and your Bo Nix, but I mean, wide receivers, man. Gabe Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., who knows? Mixon here out of the backfield. He is an Oklahoma native, I believe, with a gain of 6. Georgia fan now being in Georgia. My Bulldogs are doing great. It's true. Best team in football, ranked number 1 for a reason. Hoping we get to see a Buckeye Bulldog rematch at some point. Although Ohio State's significantly weaker this year than last. Burrow rolling out left, throwing on the run, hits Jamar Chase in the flat. He picks up just a yard. It will be third down. Buddy Hield, Oklahoma legend. I missed the Buddy Hield era of Oklahoma. That was the most exciting timeline for Sooner basketball. Burrow going empty on 3rd and 3. Bunch formation to the right. Throws left side. One-on-one is his man Jamar Chase with Marlon Humphrey, who tweaked his calf last week with a non-contact injury. A lot of injuries to Baltimore last week, as per usual. It's a good scribble, including one final punch to the gut of that Dustin Hopkins game winner, which felt oh so sweet. We hit the 2-minute warning at M&T Bank Stadium. Bengals up 4, looking to increase their lead right before halftime. Ready for some March Madness? It does feel too early. My team, fortunately, is not bad enough for me to hope to teleport to March just yet. As Burrow feeling the heat, had to get rid of it, and he does. And there's an injury to the O-line of Cincinnati. That's a big one. Orlando Brown goes down. Am I crazy that I'm not super high on any of the QBs coming out? No, definitely not crazy. I like Michael Penix the most, but yeah, I think Caleb Williams is like a Johnny Manziel type of guy. Now, I'm not going to lie. Deshaun definitely wants to get paid. If you guys looked at the extent of his injury, you kind of understand the situation. Burrow with a laser to the left side. And Jamar Chase hauls it in, gets the feet down as well. Bengals back in business. But yeah, Deshaun had a glenoid fracture, which is a less than 1% shoulder injury. It is a fracture. So basically, for those that have taken basic health classes, your shoulder is a ball and socket joint. And basically, as Burrow goes to the end zone with a touchdown, beautifully orchestrated, that is Trenton Irwin going to be stepping in big time for the missing T. Higgins this week. And the Bengals have a 2-possession lead. Anyways, back to my synopsis. Basically, a glenoid fracture is when the socket pretty much gets a crack in it. And for your shoulder to rotate at all, period, it needs to be inside that socket. So if that socket were to fracture anymore, pretty much the ball would fall out of the socket, and he would never be able to play football again. So that was demonstrated. He saw multiple doctors for it, tried to get an opinion that would let him play. And truth be told, he was a warrior. To go out there in the second half and go 14 for 14 with a sprained left ankle and a fractured right shoulder and lead that team to a win against what a lot of people speculated to be the best team in the AFC, and you're telling me he only plays for the money? No. Not a chance. Not a chance. We'll get a kickoff here for the Bengals, who are up 11 points on the Baltimore Ravens. Could this be a preview for later tonight? Who knows? Return is taken here by Duvernay up to the 22. We looked all this up on Google. No, I saw it on a tweet. There was some doctor that tweeted something like that up. I know, man. We're going down like flies. And yet somehow we're still 6-3. We're doing it the Steeler way. And guess who we play this week for a chance at the AFC North lead? That's an interception. Lamar Jackson on the first play of drive number 3. Throws it straight to Chidobe Awuzie, and the Bengals with a chance to add on. Wow. Lamar with another interception. No surprise there. Burrow going empty with a 5-man rush down the right side. It is another big catch. This time it is Irv Smith. Who you got tonight? Let's see who I got in my predictions. Because I actually kind of forget. Week 11 predictions. I have the Ravens by 4 tonight. And I am 87-61 on my season predictions. That pass incomplete over the middle. Went 8-6 last week. So there's that. Oh, Thanksgiving. 1 week away from Thanksgiving football. Niners at Seahawks. That's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to that one. But in general, Thanksgiving football cannot be topped. Right side pass swung outside. Look who's there. Roquan Smith, one of the best linebackers in the league today. Forces a 3rd and 11. Whoever wins or loses is a win for my Steelers. You'd probably rather the Bengals win, but on the bright side, if the Ravens win, the Bengals are pretty much out of a playoff spot, which as AFC North foes, we come together to prey on each other's downfall, so I understand it. Might just have to be the move. Also, the Ravens are still yet to play the Niners, the Niners, the Dolphins, and the Jaguars. So those are 3 games they could possibly lose down the road. Ravens bringing heat. Burrow stepping up in the pocket, looking to take off right side, and he will sliding down at the 14 timeout, Baltimore. Trying to get the ball back. McPherson will have a chip shot 32-yarder. Bengals and Bills fighting for the 7th seed. Too bad Houston's going to swoop in there and take it. It's going to have to happen. McPherson from the right hash puts the Bengals up by 14 late in the second quarter. You ever heard of SABO mod Madden 24? Shady Mike Gaming showcases the mod. Makes Madden Sim look more realistic. You should try it. I'd love to get a mod going on my thing. Problem is, I am console only. I'm working on getting a PC maybe. Seeing what I can do there. But yeah, if I were on PC, I'd do mods on a heartbeat for sure. Brendan Aubrey is going crazy, I'm not going to lie. McPherson off for the kickoff. Ravens will have a chance to cut into this 14-point deficit. How devastating would back-to-back home AFC North losses be in a division like this right now? "33 seconds and 2 timeouts. See what Lamar Jackson can do." Lamar down the middle. Mark Andrews with a little bit of yards after contact. Picks up 7. Ravens running out of time. Everybody excited for Fields to come back. I don't think anybody knows that Justin Fields was out to begin with. I mean, man, if you're still watching Bears football, God bless your soul, because that can't be easy. Final play of the opening half on a 2nd and 3. Lamar deep down the middle. Mark Andrews with the reception. That matters to some of you. Well, not most of you. And Lamar takes a 14-point deficit with the Ravens to the locker room. Bengals are cooking up. What's up, TCU Gamer Boy? Fields could upset the Lions. I think at some point, yeah. You know, I am happy for Detroit. Don't get me wrong. And I'm happy for some other teams, too. Like, you know, the Cowboys are 6-3. Lions are 7-2. That's great. That's great. But Dallas is yet to beat a team with a winning record. I don't think the Lions have either, except for the Chiefs in that opening game, which was impressive, don't get me wrong, but, like, I don't know. They just got absolutely obliterated by Baltimore. The Browns have gotten blown out once this year, and that's because DTR started, and we pretty much threw them out there last minute against one of the best defenses in the league. But that being said, like, we've been competitive in every game. Lost by 4 to the Steelers, lost by 4 to the Seahawks. I mean, what can I say? This team is actually standing on business, legitimately. Dallas needs to prove himself. What's up, UDFW? But I'm not going to lie. It's not looking pretty for some of these teams. It's Burrow right down the middle again. Joe Mixon out the backfield picks up 18. Cheated by the Eagles? Nah, bro. The refs marched you guys all the way down that last drive. I mean, if you can't score from the 5-yard line, I can't help you. Respectfully. That's just the way it is. But I think Dallas right now is the 6th seed and San Francisco's the 3, which is absolutely hilarious. They just cannot avoid San Francisco. 1st and 10, Burrow from under center. Deep down the middle again. He's going to find a target. Tyler Boyd with the reception. And another Joe Burrow completion. He continues to put on a clinic here on the road. Oh, you guys think the Steelers will ever outgain an opponent? Could you imagine? This would be the most Mickey Mouse playoff run of all time if Pittsburgh makes it in. Left side pass, that is a dangerous one, and Marlon Humphrey makes Jamar Chase pay the price. Almost put him on a gurney. I'm sorry, I don't know how you guys feel about the Steelers, but even as a neutral fan, I can't stand them. Like, if you're going to win games, at least earn it. I just feel like they get bailed every game, which just sucks to watch as an AFC North fan even more. Burrow with pressure coming, goes left sideline. That's going to help for a gain of 1. How have I been? I've been all right. A little bit sick recently, but I mean, my football team's doing well, so I'm doing well. Actually, it was a rough little skid. Browns kind of exposed you, and the rest of the league took advantage for a couple weeks. So that was fun. 3rd and 9, Burrow. Looking for the first down marker, stepping up in the pocket, and Burrow's going to take off and pick it up, sliding down at the 25-yard line. Not usually too mobile. Burrow's got some wheels when he has to have them. Still the same record? Do you? Do we have the same record? Wow, San Francisco really fell off. That is crazy. From under center, Joe Burrow looking to put an exclamation point on this game. Left side pass almost intercepted. Chase didn't reach out. That was going to be a pick. Marlon Humphrey forces the incompletion regardless. A lot of records halfway through the season that I don't think represent the teams all that well. I absolutely agree, and I think just as you do, second half will be interesting, and a lot of teams are going to start to show their true colors. There are way too many teams right now that are 6-3 that should be higher or lower. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Second and 10, a little RPO action. Jamar Chase with a mean stiff arm finally gets around the secondary. I think that was Brandon Stevens that time. Marlowe wouldn't take that disrespect. NFL finally caught up to the Sims to the game. It's literally in 2 hours. No, it caught up last week. I'm just doing primetime games now at this point. It'll have to do. Burrow and the Bengals taking a lot of time away inside the red zone. Joe hit as he throws, and it's off target. No problem, though. Bengals will take a 3-possession lead with 3.5 to go into the third. Schwartz 9-1 against Kyle Shanahan. That's insane. He'd be 8-1 if Jake Booty had made 2 field goals, true. But he didn't. McPherson is on for the 36-yard attempt. From the right hash again. Seems to be a sweet spot, and it holds true. It's up and good. Bengals by 17. Jim Schwartz is the defensive coordinator that absolutely exposed Brock Purdy. Should be assistant coach of the year, and it shouldn't be close. He has transformed this Browns defense into an absolute killing machine. And I said before the season that we would have a top 5 defense, but I wasn't bold enough to say top 3 or top 1. But at this point, statistically, we might be the best defense in the NFL. Why not? Why not us? All right, McPherson is on for the kickoff. Yes, TG Quirty, this is a live commentary. Return is taken up to the 21-yard line. That is where the Ravens start their opening drive of the second half. Yeah, but I mean, the fact that even some poverty teams like the Giants managed to get 2 wins. I hate to say you're poverty, but right now you're playing like it. That's going to be a check down. Edwards picking up 2. They are just not looking good for my Giants fans in there. I feel for you guys. I knew you guys would have a bad season, but man, I did not think it would be this bad. Yeah, losing to Arizona is, that's brutal. Considering we shut them out and set defensive records in that game, it's pretty brutal. Halfway through the third period, Lamar with a 4-man rush deep down the middle. Mark Andrews holds on to the 39-yard line. Conference championship doesn't get you nowhere unless you win. It's true. That is true. But at the same time, it'd be nice to get there. I'd love to be there for the first time since the 80s. Wouldn't that be great? First and 10. Lamar with a deep right side pass, almost intercepted again. Logan Wilson had his palms on it. Oh, man. I'd love to see my team just continue to make the playoffs year after year for a couple years in a row. That would be very, very nice. Who's to say the defense can't carry us even further? Right side handoff to Gus Edwards, looking for the edge, can't find it. Ravens offense really struggling to get started here. And that's the scary thing about Baltimore. When they fall behind or when they need big plays from their offense, they are shut down way too often. I'm not going to lie, the Cowboy hate's got to stop. I mean, I don't like the boys either, but, you know, you can't hate on Dak this season. He's actually playing really well, in all honesty. Lamar steps up in the pocket, going to take off again. Ravens found success when he did this earlier. It's 4th and inches. I'd assume Harbaugh is going to go for this one, no questions asked. The way their defense is getting exposed today, that should be a no-brainer. And never mind, because this is Madden. Why would they stick to logic? Jordan Stout's on for the punt. Bengals will get the football back. It's not a bad punt. To be fair, it will be returned, though. It's some good return yardage up to the 27. Cincinnati starts their second drive of the quarter from there. And they will look to run as much clock off of the timer as possible. So disappointing for the Panthers. Never seen them this bad. To be fair, you didn't really give Bryce Young a whole lot to work with. I mean, it's a working process. Rebuilding is not a 1-year thing. Probably not even a 2-year thing. It's probably a 3-year thing. You know, if you make the playoffs during his rookie contract, consider that a success, honestly. Unless you make a lot of offseason moves, which I don't anticipate you do because you don't have draft picks because the Bears have your number 1 overall pick, which is brutal. But it's true. 2nd and 2 here for Cincinnati. RPO to the right side, and finally Marlon Humphrey gets exposed. Jamar Chase having himself a day. Picks up the first down. Bengals rebuilt in like 10 weeks. I mean, yes and no. They already had a lot of weapons there. I don't really think they rebuilt. It's just the fact that they did terrible last season because Joe Burrow got hurt. And they just had so much faith in him. And as he takes a read option, you can see the faith is there. He'll lose the yards taking us to the 4th quarter, but even so. I mean, picking up Jamar Chase was a risk, and it paid off. So we'll see what happens. That is crazy. The Packers led the NFC North for the first 3 weeks. That is absurd. Huh. And again, a little RPO to the left side. This one with a little bit more blocking. Picks up 5, or Smith. Heard from a ton of Panther fans saying that we want to fire our head coach, GM, and all other coaching staff. You might want to do that. I wouldn't blame something like that, right? I just don't know. All right, 3rd and 6. Bengals looking for a big first down. Burrow flushed out left. Neither QB's taking a sack today. There was almost the first one. It's in the dirt. Incomplete. 4th and 6 coming up. Bryce is definitely not a bust. He just doesn't have enough around him, to be fair. The Bengals have not led the AFC North once this season. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Brad Robbins is going to punt the ball away for Cincinnati. Looking to pin the Ravens, whose defense actually made a pretty good stand. Return is taken to the right side. Devin Duvernay now going the wrong direction. Forward progress up to the 24. So the Ravens immediately going to take off here, right side. Little swing pass is caught by Edwards, who takes a lick. I definitely did not say that CJ was going to be a bust. I think I said the opposite. I said he'd be the best quarterback in the draft. Him or Anthony Richardson. Sucks that he's out for the year. 20-3 is wild. Just reminding y'all boys, we're undefeated in the AFC North so far. Not after this week. I'm telling you, bro. You guys have won 1 game in Cleveland since 2018. It is a tough place for you guys to play. Check down is not going to get the job done, and Trey Hendrickson does his best edge representation. If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, that is a crazy sentence to see. That is wild. Bullying everyone in the Discord except Chiefs and Rams fans. Nice. 3rd and 3 coming up here. Lamar with a deep pass to the right side. Finally taking a shot. It's broken up. And I believe, again, that's Cam Taylor-Britt. He's been excellent this season. Lamar going to have to go for it. No, a nightmare Super Bowl is Cowboys-Steelers. I'm telling you right now. I think I'd delete my channel if that Super Bowl happened. 4th down, 3. Handoff Edwards up the middle. First down, Ravens. Saving the game for now. Although realistically, this one is over. It's all right. It's all right. That will play. Boys Steelers Super Bowl? No. No. Don't even manifest it. Don't even imagine it. Lamar deep left side finally is going to connect with Ricard, his fullback. No, that's Charlie Kohler, actually. That is a 3rd-string tight end on this team. Hardly gets any reps. Cowboys don't make it the Super Bowl. Let us all pray that that doesn't happen. That would be a nightmare blunt rotation, as they say nowadays. Lamar and the Ravens finally across midfield. Haven't seen this half of the field too much today. They'll continue with a Mark Andrews catch and a first down, a gain of 10. Yeah, I was about to say, the AFC is winning the Super Bowl this year. The AFC is an absolute gauntlet. Unless maybe Philadelphia wins, I think if Philly doesn't make the Super Bowl, the AFC is going to win it this year. Lamar on first and 10. Deep down the right side he goes, incomplete. Looking for OBJ. Still no catches today. Chidobe Awuzie on the coverage. Oh yeah, Bolt. Forgot about him. All right, second and 10 coming up. 4-receiver look from the 36. Lamar with a deep drop back. And a deep throw left side. It is incomplete, broken up. Zay Flowers cannot hang on. I agree. Yeah, it'll be a. I'm trying to think what it would look like in the divisional. It'll probably end up being Eagles, Seahawks, and then Niners, Cowboys in the divisional round. And I think it's pretty obvious to see who's going to win those. Seattle might pull off a crazy upset. I can see that perhaps, but boys are not making it out of there alive. Stepping up in the pocket is Lamar Jackson, and he is tucked down nicely by B.J. Hill. So that'll play. 4th and 10 coming up. Could have taken a field goal to cut it to a 14-point game. They don't even want that at this point. Looking for the end zone. Lamar Jackson is going to fire a pass towards there, and it's batted down nicely. Bengals will take over at the 36, and that will end this game. Quickly going to transition the Bengal offense onto the field. Burrow going to hand it off to Mixon. To the right side he goes. Roquan Smith almost laid the boomstick on him. To no avail, gain of 3. And we should take this to the 2-minute warning. Doubt the Ravens take timeouts at this point in the game. Down by 3 possessions. It's looking like a Cincinnati statement win as they get right back to business in the AFC North. And the Ravens, well, they are going to lose 2 consecutive and 2 massive games. And if this result reflects what happens tonight, the winner of Pittsburgh at Cleveland this weekend will take first place in the AFC North. Assuming there is a winner there, handoff up the middle. Joe Mixon's got another first down. Baltimore does not call their timeouts. That'll be that. How close will this ending be to reality tonight? I don't think very close at all. If the Ravens only score 3 points on the Bengal defense, we got some issues. Doubt that happens, but we'll see. I think both these teams are going to be very locked in after losses last week. Burrow will hand off to Mixon. Up the middle, still picks up 2. One more snap, and we can end this one here. Quick shout out to TDR and John Zeller once again for renewing their memberships this month. Haven't really had a stream to mention that, so appreciate you guys. Always. Burrow will take one last snap here on a 2nd and 8 from the Raven 47. They have lived in Baltimore's half the field so far today as they march a couple more yards there. That is going to do it. The final score, Bengals 20, Ravens 3. Will this be the result tonight? Who knows? Madden thinks it will be. But we're going to end the stream here as the game is over. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll see all of you on Saturday